Hello, fellow compatriots. We are back. I apologize for that. A little hiccup there. Something came up. But I am back now, and I'm ready to go ahead and do some mock making. So, in case if you haven't seen the first one, if you're watching this, fellow time travelers, what's happening here is I'm making a noodle boy, and it took me a sec to design this mechanism here, where I got plenty of torque while also still having 1-to-1 ratio, which is very nice because it's going to move quite rapidly, the tail sway. Originally, it was going to be a 1-3 or 1-2, 1.5, who knows, gear ratio. I then took the time to bother counting the amount of teeth that was available with certain gears, but I was like, okay, we're going to try this because it's more compact and it can work in tandem with this lovely thing. So basically, we're making a triangle, and that triangle is the tail, and the tail will be swaying. This is a mechanism that I have worked on in the past, however, not at this caliber or level. So this is going to be a new one for me. However, trying to find the pieces necessary to go ahead and attach this on is going to be interesting, considering the fact that, well, let's put it lightly, I am not so sure where everything would be. But that doesn't mean that we don't have to scrap everything entirely or completely, now do we? Now I got these missiles, the Flickr missiles. We're going to be using 4 of them for this build in particular, and a red Technic beam. There we go. Red Technic beam. Grab that, grab that. Very nice and lovely. Now, hopefully, this, it's like a glove, which it does. Look at that. Oh my goodness. We are making this mechanism look quite lovely, and I am excited to see it in motion. So there you go. There are our attachments, and of course we're going to be adding ribs on either side. Now for the tail, the point of it, that's going to be interesting to try to go ahead and design specifically. Should be interesting. I feel like the light needs more warmth. Let's see. That doesn't really do much. It might look better. Looks a little better with additional lighting. There we go. I think I fixed my own problem. Yippee! All right. Now we got 2 pins over here. Nice, simple little pins. And we're going to be shoving an axle in there. Why? Because reasons. Well, another rod, rather. Yeah, I got a lot of rods happening. So many rods, so little time. Well, what do you know? I found another pin. Okay, finding rods is actually kind of difficult. I should have put them in another spot. It would have been easier. But I can't complain too much with the tail design that we're working with here. And if you can excuse me, All right, and I am back. That took no time at all. That was actually very quick, very fast. And it's like I didn't even left. Tarback says, hello, hi, and welcome, fellow compatriots. Right now, we're making a snaky boy. And I've been always wanting to go ahead and make this build for a while now. However, finding the time to do it has always been difficult. And, you know, working on G3 has been a struggle. It's been difficult. I was going to say another word, but I forgot how to pronunciate that word, so I'm not going to even bother trying to pronunciate. So, yeah. All right, so this build in particular is going to have a tail wagging motion with these tubes in conjunction with this tube, and hopefully this will provide more than enough torque for the tail swagger that we're going to be doing with this G2 Bionicle. So it should be fun, should be interesting, should be entertaining. But yeah, I love UNT, Serpentine people. Serpentine people are really cool. You can't go wrong with an evil snake boy. However, this evil snake boyo is going to be a titan due to how big that base is. That base is actually kind of big. I'm a little intimidated by the size, but we will make do with what we have. There we go. All right, let's see if this will do. All right, so we're going to grab this boy, grab that, and there we go. Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious. What have I done? Oh, this needs to go back up more. That tail needs to go up more. I don't think that tail is tail enough, but it moves quite nicely. However, the tail in particular is going to need some slight modifications for it to be the thing that I want it to be, because right now it's not exactly the thing that I want it to be. You know, that's the whole thing about mocking, is that usually you have to take apart more than you're putting together. And I think that speaks a lot. All right, we're going to actually make it go up here. And then this goes out and then goes the other way. That way, it feels like as if it's following up the shape of the tail, but it actually being the shape of the tail. You see, that was deep wording right there. That was so deep. You know, we were having a metaphysical experience there just before how deep that was. Tarbeck says, what do you recommend to improve my builds? I have a lot of problems with the torsos. Ooh, torsos. All right. So, first things first. When it comes to torsos, hold on. I'm looking for a Darth Vader. Oh, I found him. All right. Let me grab this man and steal one of his pieces because he don't need it. I need it. All right. So when it comes to torsos, what I like to do is try to find one piece in particular that you want to use as a highlight if you're not doing gear functions. Me, I'm a builder that likes gearboxes. So I will always be using an element, make the function work. And then once I find it working, you know, and it's functioning the way that I want it to, I shrink it smaller. I try to make it as small as possible, the play feature, before I start making the rest of the torso and model. Think of it like slicer engineering. You got like your base body of the slicer, and you build around it to make the shape that you want to make. But if you're going to be building without a gearbox, what I recommend is avoid Nika torsos. Whatever you do, avoid it. They can tend to make your shoulders too broad, depending on what you're trying to do. However, there are some clever ways people have done with Nika builds, including myself, not to pat myself in my own back here. So a good example of a way to utilize parts. I'm going to try to find a build that doesn't have a gearbox. Ugh, I should have one. Oh, there we go. I think I found one right here. Let me go grab this guy over here. All right. Whoop. And we're going to raise the camera a little bit. So, my fellow compatriots, this is my revamp of Von Nebula using solely CCBS instead of the old-fashioned Bionicle parts, while at the same time replicating the old style with the new system. So, main thing is shaping. You want to use some parts to make a particular shape or design to go ahead and give it much more of a uniform look. So, like, for example, you got like a base torso piece, right? And you can change the shaping of it depending on how you have it angled or design and so forth. You could even invert it for a greebly look if you want to. It all depends on what you want to express detail-wise within a build. And this guy, his torso is literally just a couple of Technic beams. So it's Technic beams built around standard torso. So nothing is pre-standard. You want to avoid pre-standard if you want to make a custom torso. Use Technic beams. You can even use a foot. Feet are very helpful. A matter of fact, the thing that you can also do is heads. And you're thinking, wait, what? So a G2 head in particular is good for making torsos, like small torsos. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So grab a torso, a head, a torso. It's a head. I know, you're like, wait a minute, you can use a G2 head as a torso? Yes, you can. It is kind of funny, actually. And let me go ahead and see if I got... Oh, I do, in fact. Oh, that's perfect. That's lovely. And then we'll go back to the snake person. But I want to show you this neat little trick that I absolutely adore for a little tiny build that you can do. And let me find that one piece. If I can't find the one piece, so not the one piece like the meme, one piece like the part. I am so sorry about that. But since the topic is creatures, I think going abstract might be the way to go. All right. 1, 2. And, there we go. I figured I'd find this piece before the other piece. So, making a custom torso for tiny little guys. Do this, and then do this, do this. You know what? Instead of using CCBS bones, we're going to use some sockets. I got an idea. Actually, you know what? Do I have green? I'm going to use black. Yeah, I'm going to use black. And then you go ahead, add that, add that, add that, I have that. And you're like, okay, what's going on here? What's going on here? Where's this going? You might be wondering, and you will see shortly enough. Because honestly, now you got me motivated to make a custom torso just on the spot. And a custom character for that matter. And you're going to see exactly who I'm building in a sec here. With this building system. And then a gear goes in the head. You put an axle through, just like so. And you can even angle it so that it's not like fully straight. It can be rotated. So you can give the character much more of a hunch than you traditionally would otherwise. There we go. Boom. There we go. And then we get some angle elements. Grab an angle element here, an angle element there. And then go ahead. I am having fun right now making this custom build. I'm so sorry. Okay. Tarback says, bro, that's amazing. Thank you. Supersonic City says, yo, I got myself some new upgrades to make Metro style builds to upgrade the Toy Nuba. That's awesome. Lego Diego says, hi, Trev, for splits. I thought I was late for the stream. I'm happy I'm just in time. Yeah, sorry about that. Something came up, so I do apologize in that regard. And then we're going to go ahead, grab this. You know what? We're going to actually raise the angle just a smidge. There we go. And then let me get us some parts here. So I can finalize this guy. One, two. Hold on. I know I have it here. Okay, I just need one more. One more little part and then should be good. Theoretically speaking, I should be good. Okay. It got to be here somewhere. Oh, yeah. There we go. You know what? I just got another idea. Hold on. I'm having fun building this. Let me have this moment by making a little tiny dude for a little tiny purpose. Because now I am sidetracked. And boy, do I love being sidetracked. Okay, 1, 2. Gonna get the green piece over here. Oh, now I find the part. Of course I do. Gonna find it before I find it after. That makes a lot of sense. So much sense, in fact. And then the bank will go ahead and do that. And we're going to go ahead and grab a little piece over here. Go ahead and give this little guy a connection there. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. That's definitely a maybe not. There we go. And we take these off real quick. And now we go. Actually, you know what? One, two. Three, 4. All right. Front two will be long. Back ones will be short due to shaping of said torso. Boom. Boom. Probably the most simplistic character, but you could probably guess who it's supposed to be, right? You should make tutorials on this because in the Facebook groups that I'm a member of, I see that many have problems with torsos. Videos part by part. Oh. Yeah, I would be down for, like, actually. I do have Facebook, so I can most certainly go ahead and provide tutorials. Should be fun. All right, I'm gonna just dump the blades. It will make for searching for parts a lot more easier later down the line. All right, let me see if I can find 2 more because I want to at least keep this guy now. Ah, 1. There we go. He just needs one more leg, and then he's up. All right, he's gonna have a golden leg. He lost it in the war. Why does he have a golden one? Because he lost it in the war. That's why. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You have yourselves Polybag. Yeah, it is Nadiki. Good guess. It is exactly Nadiki, but with a G2 head for the torso. As you can see, you can do a lot with a lot of pieces. You just had to be creative, use a lot of imagination, and don't see pieces as for what they are, but what they can be. And that is a lesson from Wise Words and a Tributron classic right there for you. Imagine parts for what they can be, not as they are. And if you build like that, you can build basically anything that you dream of. Never be limited by seeing how pieces are, but what they can be. All right. I think we're going to keep Nadiki in here because he's cute. I like him. And honestly, I am surprised. It could be an official polybag. It really could. It really could, which is actually kind of funny. All right, time to make this guy's tail. So this should be interesting. I'm thinking because of the nature of this, I don't want to use a slicer foot because G2 wouldn't necessarily use a slicer foot for the tail. So I had to be a little bit more creative in how to do the tail mechanism. Ah, yes. Okay. All right, fellow compatriots, I am going to go ahead and try to figure out how to do this tail by finding something with 3 points of connections. 1 perpendicular and 1 parallel with, actually, 2 perpendicular, 1 parallel. So with those connections in mind, we have a few options. I'm thinking of feet. I'm thinking of a G2 claw club piece. We can also use multiple parts, or we can use a G2 head again. We can use a G2 head at the end of the tail. Why? I don't know. Because it's funny. Do it for the memes. We got so many options here that we could do. Either be for memes or what have you. I think we will not do it for the memes. But what we will do for the tail, 3 points of connections. What has 3 points? 3 connection points. 1 parallel, 1 perpendicular. I got an idea. I'm going to do a conglomeration of multiple things for a singular thing. So we got this. We'll use this piece in tandem with we don't want to put too much stress. There's going to be quite a bit of force, and it's going to pry it. So it needs to be one solid piece of plastic. Oh! But I left that piece out of the equation, unfortunately. Oh! Yes! I found the piece. Never mind, guys. I just found the piece. It has 3 connection points. 2 of which are perpendicular and 1 is parallel. So that will actually help me in making the thing that I've been trying to make for a while now. There we go. Grab that piece. Grab 2 of these. And I think we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, too much. But gives me an idea, though. Use 2 blue pins over here, and then we go use a 1x4 length half lever Technic beam piece. That was a mouthful to say, but let me tell you, I did not regret saying that in that full length of a sentence. So we go ahead and grab these 2 buddies over here. Yeah, this black piece could be used for the tail. Woo! Because the new one certainly doesn't use it, so I can use it for the old build. And we have connection point for adding a tail tip as well. And I think that would be in trans orange. Because you can never have enough trans orange in your life. But I think I know where that trans orange is. Hold on. I knew it was in here. I'm pretty crafty like that. And then we add it at the end of this. Give it a proper tail tip, and that looks pretty nice for a tail, especially for a Titan mock that we're basically building right now. Don't tell me otherwise. This definitely is a Titan snake. You know what? I haven't seen a lot of snakes. We need to make snake supremacy come back again in full force. In my very biased opinion, of course. When we go ahead, we insert that in there. Right and tidy. That goes in there. Right and tidy. And then this goes in there. I feel like the tail, this bit is too long. I feel like this is satisfying, to be sure. But I think due to the nature of this, we can add some swivel because it has some upward movement and we can articulate it further besides just having a tube in there. And it will allow me to have, hold on, did it flex at all? I'm not so sure if it did or not. Yeah, it didn't exactly flex. Maybe if we get a smaller tube. Aha! I knew I had some small black cubes. There we go. We add a tube. This goes in here. This will do the flexing, and then the rest will be static while we go ahead and add necessary components for making a yes. All right. Make the rest of the tail, basically. It's a bit wide, though. I wish it was more narrow. It's my only complaint about this. It's a bit wide at the base. Wait a minute. Did you just... Why is it doing that? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's a play feature. It can whip its tail. I can make it longer. I could make the tail longer. Oh my god, I can make the tail longer. I got an idea. And it's a beautiful idea because I thought of it. That is the most egotistical thing I've probably ever said. Okay, Tarback says, amazing. Thank you. All right. It needs to whip enough, but not too much. And it needs solid structuring, which can be arranged. I'm going to have this here. This is going to actually reorient. So I'm going to actually remove this so that it can readjust, and then I can add something there. And you're going to see what I'm going to be adding shortly, and it's going to be quite delicious. And I'm going to lower this so you guys can see better what I'm doing. You know what? We got a good angle of Nadike right there. You know what? If Lego made a GWP in this style, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind at all. Lego, do it. I dare you. I double dog dare you. Build in that style. I know you're not going to, Lego, but you know, we're watching and we're waiting. Do it, Lego. If you don't do it, well, I'm just going to be the countless mini that's wishing for Bionicle G3. Even though I'm making G3, oh my god. Probably not the best expression, but it is an expression regardless. There we go. And a tail can go right there. Actually, now that I think about it, I can't go down too low. So I need a natural stopper for that. And thankfully, I got a very rare piece. This in red. It's like Destiny was calling out and be like, hey, you can use this now. And I'm like, yippee! I can use that now. You know what? I did use it. And I am very proud to have used it. And now, got to use this long piece. Oh, it doesn't make a good enough natural stopper. That is, well, it prevents it going down this way. So you need. I was planning on doing it sideways, but this way would prevent it from swaying too much. All right, we're going to use a bit of red. In a manner that is acceptable. There we go. And then I go ahead, reattach these as you would. Weird. Okay. And then we have that in the. Oh! I got an idea. And you know what they say about ideas? Ideas are good. And ideas are also delicious. There we go. Now we're crafting. Crafting better than Minecraft right now, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is a good whipping mechanism. So this part would be posable as you would for a tail. So it still falls in line with G2 about it being posable and all that good stuff. But then this part will be loose onward and you can have a tail whipping maniacally. And it's going to be super long. That way, it'll be a little bit more proportional what we got going on here. And of course, we're going to add some black just to taper that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. It needed to be gunmetal, didn't it? Gunmetal or gray at the end. I'm using a lot of blacks. I'm going to have to incorporate some gunmetal in there. All right. What's black and what's gunmetal? Let me plan out my armor layering. Because that is going to be quintessential for what we got going on. You know what? I think I found the thing. Black is the base with gunmetal being the accessory, basically. And we're going to have this armor plate. Nah, that's going to be too high. I don't like that. All right. Actually, this would be... Yeah. This has to go up here because it's wider. And then still have room for that. And that follows the shape a little bit better. And you can still have the chaotic whipping of the tail as a play feature without it being impeded by anything else. Okay, 1, 2. And then we can add another clamp there and then slot that in via axis. What's your favorite character on Bionicle? One of my favorite characters in Bionicle has to be Pohatu is like one of my favorites. I really like Pohatu as a character, but for deep cut lore, for all of those that are interested in deep cut lore, I would have to go ahead and pick. Who's it? Voparak. I really like Voparak as a character. And it's actually no. I feel like Voparak is a little bit too one-dimensional. It's tragic, but one-dimensional. I'm gonna have to pick. What's a Karzani? Karzani. I think Karzani is a good character. Like the stuff that he went through is kind of like tragic, but interesting at the same time. And I found another orange thing, and we're going to keep that because that's going to be handy. There we go, and we got that piece. And now we can add this here, add that there, and then we get an axle just to keep things loose and interesting at the same time. And those will act as coasters right in there. We'll have, actually, yeah, there we go. Now that's solid and it's not going anywhere. And that tail is powerful. Oh my God, that is so powerful of a tail. Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And we're going to add some bar pieces over here for additional curve. Why? Because I say so. This is actually probably the best snake build I've done. I don't really do a lot of snakes. And the black and red cherry on top. All right. Then we can add some gunmetal here. Just to keep things. Oh, it's not as articulated with that there. Can it still bend? Oh, yeah, it's still posable. Yeah, still posable. All right, we're going to add stuff to the end of this tail now. Just a little bit longer. And I feel like it's going to end in gunmetal. Gunmetal or gray. Maybe some tan on the go. I don't know. I'm testing color palettes right now. So that's another thing. When you're building, it is good to use, try to figure out where your color placements are going to be. And I know there's a lot of brown in the concept art, so I'm going to try to replicate that. And this, I feel like that's a rich brown. Might be good for the tip of the tail. I feel like, yeah, for highlights, I'm going to use brown for highlights. That brown is specifically. It's vibrant enough, but let me see if I got more parts in that brown before I confirm my own decision and using that color. Because I got other browns. Those are better brown. Yeah, that's a better brown. The other browns are either too dark or... Yeah, that might do. That might do for colors. Just to break up the monotony. All right. So we're going to add a pin connection here. And that's going to be flippy floppy, which means we're going to use Technic again. So we got a red Technic piece. That's going to flippy flop everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Because you want it to flippy flop everywhere. Because that's what you do with Bionicles that have tails. You go buck wild when you see a Bionicle with a tail. Tails are cool, and capes are cool. And this guy is going to have a cool-looking tail and a cool-looking cape. Because he's a cobra. And honestly, cobras are kind of cool. There we go. And there we go. We got that connection there. And now, all thing we need to do is do a little... you have any Makuta Mocks? Yes, I have a few Makuta Mocks, in fact. Let me go ahead and... I got some on my YouTube channel, but since you are here already, I might as well show you one of my personal favorites. Let's see over here. All right, here is... Oh my gosh, I can't even get him in frame. That's funny. All right, let me raise the camera up a little bit. So this is Makuta Tridax. Not Pterodax, Tridax. And he is the co-founder of the Tridax pod. He needs to be dusted. He hasn't been dusted in a while. But he doesn't use a regular Uniter, Fantoka Makuta torso. He doesn't use one. Yet he still has a functional Tridax pod mechanism. And I used an Anika torso for that. And, of course, this man has big wings as well. So let me go ahead and showcase that. So the wings can expand, as you can clearly see, and they compress just nice. And they're easy to manipulate. And they can hold, which is impressive, all things considered. A big boy. A big boy indeed. And a very posable one at that. So yeah, you could do a lot with this guy. He's pretty stable. I was actually going to use him for stop motion because he is very posable and very stable for a big guy. I mean, very stable. But yeah, that is Tridax. If you want to go ahead and check out some more Makuta mocks, my fellow compatriots, be sure to go ahead. Check that out. Down over in... I got a playlist with all my mocks. So you can find that stuff there. If you want to go ahead and see more mocks that I have done in the past, I have done a lot. I think I have a lot. I think I have like one of the more higher upload counts on YouTube in the Bionicle fandom. Like I post weekly. I make a mock every week. Now, it used to be my schedule until I started making an entire toy line of buildable figures. Yeah, it's going to be flopping around. I think... Okay, where's that tail piece? There it is. And I'm going to get the brown, too. Actually, do I got trans orange? I think I got a trans orange in here somewhere. Yes, I do. Can use that. And the tail here. There we go. Let me rotate that down. Oh yeah, that is. Yep, that's gonna do. That is definitely gonna do. Yep, that's a body right there. And now I'm gonna go ahead and have this here, and I'm gonna have that there. Yeah, yeah. I got an idea. Oh, and it's a beautiful idea too. So, because he's supposed to arch back a bit, so we're gonna replicate the arching. So he's going to be built like a bar Rocky, a G2 bar Rocky, if it were. Why? Because why not? Dare I say? G2 bar Rocky, but in Bionicle form. What a wild design choice. And I feel like, yeah, it will be that, and then it will be that, and the arm connection gear will still be in the back. Over the head, it's going to be a little bit forward. Yeah. And I need a Technic bomb. There we go. That would do. That would actually do quite nicely, in fact. Let me go ahead, slide that out, push that through, get that out the rest of the way, and there we go. And we're just going to do a single stud over here, just for our reinforcement purposes. And we're going to connect that there. You're probably wondering, why am I doing this? Well, so that we can actually have this guy interlock and secure itself in the most secure way possible. There we go. So we got that, and now the only thing we had to do is do that. Yeah, it's pre-shapen. Probably not the most amazing thing, but considering what I'm having to do just to keep the snake form, because you had to push down on this. That's the main thing. You had to push down on this. So if there was a bulge in here, it would not be ideal. But I can put a swivel somewhere. I'll definitely put a swivel. I think, actually, yeah. Oh, speaking of swivels, I know just what play feature to add in here because it's angled. Oh, I know exactly what play feature to put in this. Oh, you're going to love this. Oh, I miss doing this play feature. And the fact that I can replicate it in this style is, there we go. Gives a good shaping there. And no, feel like that's too much black, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, it definitely needs... Definitely had the scale body. Trying to make something that looks scaly is kind of difficult with CCBS, to be fair. It's a little bit difficult. But it is something that I am no stranger to. All right, we got this piece. Maybe use that, but it is gunmetal. So we're going to try to find something more gunmetal. That will not do. Speaking about gunmetal, this could actually work. All right, let me build the frame first. We're going to need to use, I think I'm going to use double gear system over here for this play feature that I'm about to incorporate in this guy, because I think it's fitting for a serpentine. Too fitting. Yeah, we're not going to use that angle element anymore, because it's now going to do something completely different. But what we will keep, however, is one of these. So we got that and that. That will connect and make the connection that we need, because it was going to have to rise up a little bit in order to do the slope and the curve. That's not ideal, though, because that's going to eat into what I'm trying to make here. Some pieces are from Hero Factory, right? Yeah. Yeah, some of these are from Hero Factory that I'm using in this G2 Bionicle. And other parts are from the Lego Star Wars Buildable Figures. I got a little bit of everything in here, but I'm trying to build it as if, like, Lego themselves wanted to make a snake Bionicle. How would they make a snake Bionicle? That is the reality that we're focusing on here today in regards to that. So, should be fun, should be interesting. We're going to add that there. And this one can be frictioned. I think we can have a friction mechanism for this one, because it is supposed to be a waste mechanism, or a swivel mechanism rather, not a you know what I mean. My words don't word as good as they would typically word, which is not to say that I do not know how to word. It's just that I am trying to word in a world where words are blah 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 or something. What was that sentence? Oh my goodness. What a delightful and wonderful world. So yeah, I think once this guy is done, at least the base frame, we can do cleanup and detailing. Because that's usually my process. I tend to build a mock multiple times before actually finalizing on a build. like I said, it's more so taking apart than putting together. If I can find the pieces that I need, that would be actually nice. Well, looks like we're going to have to use a yellow one. Not ideal, but oh well. There we go. That goes in there. That goes in there. And then I get this lovely part. Put it in here. Put that in there. Increase the friction on this. Actually, wait a minute. This is going to have to be longer. This needs to be a longer axle. Stopper. Where are you, stopper? There you are. And since it's going to be longer now, I got some creative liberties. Now I can add a silver part here. Wait a minute. No, it's first ball, silver part, gear, and then we go ahead and put this guy in. And there, before you know it, you got a swivel mechanism for this thing, which is delightful. Actually, wait a minute. It didn't have to be yellow. It did not have to be yellow. I can use gray. Let me take this apart now so that I can rebuild this thing again. There we go. There we go. And there we go. There we go. And we got our lever, which we're going to put in bright yellow so that nobody misses it. Because this is a toy, and you need to know what to press or what to move. So this is going to be bright yellow, because Lego would do that. Lego is very specific about, hey, this is a toy, and you need to know how to activate it. And then I remove. Okay, we're going to remove this armor piece so that I have better leverage. Remove that. Put that in. And then do that. Before you know it, you got the play feature. Yippee! Play features. Let's go. Oh God, I just dropped the torso. All right. Got the tail there. I think we're going to go ahead and raise this thing a little bit. It's a little bit too low. I think we're going to change the melody here a little bit. Additional setting. All right. Clearly, I don't want to do green or any other color for the linked section that's going to be over here. You know what? That might actually work. Yeah, that might actually work for shaping wise. Would it work like, no. It definitely would work. Yep. Nope. That's that's a no-no. That is weird for a no-no, but it's something. And then I can go ahead and add this. So one of my favorite things to do right now has been working on an entire toy line by myself. I have been creating an entire toy line. No joke. It's called Ascending Depths. It's basically Bionicle G3 in a way. And it's turning out pretty good so far, all things considered. Yeah, this can definitely go here, and then that can go in there. I think that's the takeaway of that. It can still be a chunky snake fellow with chunky snake needs. Then that can be raised. And I need to put something in there. Maybe a gear? I'm trying to decide what to put in there. Oh yeah, he needs to be all ribbed up. I believe he had a rib cage thing going on. Yeah, he had a whole rib cage thing going on. Hold on. This ain't right. Oh my god, that's a little intense. The way I got one in gunmetal, I think a gunmetal one would work a lot better in this case. In fact, yes, I do. There we go. Yeah, that's better. It just takes practice. Before long, you'll be good at mocking. It's just something that you have to take time into doing, understanding, looking parts in terms of shape. Don't think of pieces as they are, but what they can be, which is difficult. It's easier said than done. It's really difficult, but after a while, you're like, oh, that's what Tributron meant. But again, it's something that doesn't come immediately. It takes time. I don't expect anyone to be like an immediate oh, I know exactly how to do it. It don't work that way. Nobody is an instantaneous thing, It's something that takes time. It takes time and practice. But before long, you will be probably an even better builder than me. People have their own pace. Yeah. I feel like that's pretty good. Yeah. And then for the chest, I'm thinking it's going to be upside down, which will be interesting. Yeah, because the rib cage right now is it's a little on the high end. What happens if I point it down? Would that be better? Kind of works. Could work. I could see it working. But obviously it's supposed to taper. So it's going to have to be like that. I need a chest plate. And it needs to move with the chest, with the upper torso. So it needs to be a little unique in that regard. So how to do that is an interesting question. Oh, you have a mock of Krakua? Yes, I do, but I haven't posted it on YouTube yet. I think I can showcase it. So, oh my gosh, hold on. I need to dust this thing before I show it. I am not pleased with the current status of the Krakua. Oh no. Really not liking how dirty this Krakua is right now. It definitely ain't in the best condition right now. There we go. And that is why you always carry a duster, fellow compatriots. You never know when you need to go ahead and clean up a mock before showcasing it. All right, I'm missing a mask, so I'm just going to use a custom one that I have over here. Never mind, the custom one is like being like, no, actually, don't use. All right, I need to find a great Kamau. I don't have a great Kamau. Where is the great Kamau? I need it. And I know I have a Velika somewhere. I just don't know what happened to Velika. Velika disappeared. Of course. Why does he disappear? Because he can. It's in the name, Velika. Oh. All right. I can't find a mask, so I'm going to use a mask that would still work, theoretically speaking. But it has a good shaping to it. You know what? We're going to use this one. Is it accurate? No, but does it work all right? It kind of does. All right. Bionicle Stars Krakua. There we go. Bionicle Stars Krakua. Behold. A thing that exists. I wasn't too crazy about Krakua, so I made him in Stars form. It will look better with the Kamau. I just don't know what happened to it. Again, that's something that I'm going to have to explore and look for on my own time and leisure. Wait a minute. I think I might have it in here. Nope. Oh, well, it was a thought, though. But I'll probably take Krakua more seriously in the future. Something that's just not a Bionicle Stars. Because you have to admit, it's pretty good. things considered, it's pretty good, all things considered. For a Krakua in stars form. Alright. Let me solve the Da Vinci Code of how to make this guy's chest. Making it connect is going to be interesting. I feel like this needs to raise more. I think that's just it. I think I just had to raise it more. So then this has to go then in its entirety. Oh my Gideon. Why did I put that in there? There we go. And we're going to go ahead and try to get this guy out. There we go. Easier said than done. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I know just how to do the chest. I just have to find all the pieces to do it. Then everything would be good as new. Take one here and one there. There we go. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to make a Technic connection with some pin rods so that I can actually tab in the chest where it needs to be, but unlike a traditional chest, it's going to be upside down. So it's going to be facing downward to make the shape of the dude. Wait a minute. You're telling me it still worked? Oh my god, I took all that apart just to realize I didn't have to take... I definitely still had to... Oh my god. I still have to. I still... Oh no. I was like, oh, I know how to do it. It's like, oh wait, no, I don't know how to do it. Never mind. Never mind, silly me. Thinking I know how to mock. Oh, man. There we go. So maybe that, I don't know. Trying to think here. And thinking can be hard. It can be. It's a strenuous mental workout that we're trying to do here. All right, so I got that there. That goes there. I need an axle connection. Trying to think of clever ways to make an axle connection without it being too on the nose. All right, I'm thinking so far, due to the shaping of it, it needs to be back here or up more. And I'm thinking up more and... Oh yeah, definitely up more. But that would ruin my plans. I think this piece is my problem. It needs to go. Sadly, it needs to go. But it helps with the side profile, so I don't want to get rid of it just because. But I bet you if this was just right here, it wouldn't be so bad. So I think that's what we're going to do. Going to go ahead and do a connection here, and then a connection here. And then we're going to get a pin connection right there. Then this is going to have to come out, which means I had to disassemble the whole thing again. Oh no! Oh no! I had to take apart the build all over again. But we're getting close. We're getting close to this thing being actually completed and put together. So that is that's a testament, in my opinion, that things are, in fact, going pretty well. You know, I wish they made the axles a bit longer. I'm going to have to print my own part separator at this rate. There we go. And then grab this lovely fella. Grab that. And then grab that. And there we go. Oh. Got it. I forgot how this went together real quick. It happens, though. It's easy to forget how something gets put together, which is why it makes it such a tension-based task to be like, okay, I put this together. How the heck do I take it apart? If you know how to take it apart and put it back together the same exact way, that's how you know you got a pretty good design going. There we go. And why did I do that? Because I love myself, that's why. And I do it for all of you lovelies. Yeah, we're going to plug this guy right in there. And this guy goes right there. And naturally, it needs to be longer. I don't know why, but it does. That's fine, though. We got a neck extender that we can use for said neck. So we don't really lose anything in that regard. So we put the gears back in, same as it ever was. Plug this in, plug that in, plug this in. Wait a minute, something just broke. Oh, the pin broke. Oh, that pin is no good. There's going to be a lot of force being put onto this guy. Can't have that breaking. Got a broken pin. Wow. Wow, that's actually painful and saddening. Let's get F's in the chat, guys. We got a broken pin. We got another broken pin. And I know that's going to break. All right, is there a pin that's not broken in my collection? I went through 2 pins already, and I didn't break them. I didn't. They broke themselves. I had no part in it. Okay? Let's make that clear. I had no part in the destruction of a Lego pin. At least they're still made to date, but my God, the fact that I had 2 broken in this single sitting is kind of insane. Okay. It needs to all connect together, and this guy's tail is actually, let me curl his tail up, make it a little bit easier for me to manipulate him. There we go. And then we can post the tail down. There we go. We got a waist. A torso swivel. Finally, he has a torso swivel. We have done it, fellow compatriots. He is now a torso swivel. Yippee. Didn't take long at all. Definitely not, and definitely an experience to remember. Oh my. Wait a minute. He's moving. Why are you moving? I don't like how he's shifting a bit. He's definitely shifting. I don't like, that's not a staple connection. I'll fix it later. Right now, I'm going to work on the rest of them. That's a problem for future me, not past me, okay? That's a problem for future me. And that will remain a problem for future me until I see fit. So he has a 1, 2. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and give him classic shoulder pads. Wait a minute, that's in the wrong spot. Why is that in the wrong spot? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to get a 4 links classic shoulder pad combination that G2 typically has when it comes to shoulder pads. Nothing new, nothing interesting. Doing a little bit of color blocking even when it came to the ball joints, so that don't have to worry too much in that regard. And then we got gunmetal. Got one here. We got one there. And we got some printed CCVS pieces that I'm also going to be using that came from Hero Factory, of all places. This is actually from Jawblade, I believe, from 3.0, Hero Factory 3.0. What's going on in this guy now? It's going to have that piece now. I think it will look good on him for the nature of what we're trying to make here for a Serpentine character. And then get the arms. Okay, 3. I need another part. Where is it? I know I have it somewhere. Yeah, so got that going on. Oh, there we go. Got some gray in here. Because he did have some gray in there, so that has to stay consistent. Yep. And then, oh yeah, a cape. He needs his cape. So we're going to put a cape in the back. And that's just going to go around nice and snug. There's a bit of hair in there. I don't know why there's a bit of hair in there, but let's see if we can get that out. There we go. Snake with a cape. Not exactly Cobra cape material. I wonder if I could turn that into part of the, instead of it just going around the neck traditionally, I wonder if I can make it like an actual thing there. Let me look at a picture of this guy. Yeah, it's definitely above. Oh, he doesn't have shoulder. Oh, he doesn't really have much of a shoulder pads, actually. I was just building off of like, I wasn't going fully based on the artwork, but now I kind of want to. Yeah, it's more slender. He's not that broad, but I feel like he kind of needs to be. He's a lot more slender at the base, too. Had to do a lot of creative liberties with that base. All right, so great. I think I'll use gunmetal for the arms. No, it definitely needs to be black. It's too much gunmetal. Too much. There we go. Yeah, that will do. That would do, actually. And then he has really short forearms. And I think we're going to just do black on black all the way. Yeah. Actually, we'll break it up with some gunmetal. I feel like that's appropriate. Yeah. A little bit gunmetal. Never really hurt anybody. Can't go wrong with a little bit of gunmetal. And there we go. We got ourselves a boy. And boy, is he a wonderful boy. There we go. Yeah, we've got shaping there. This is a little bit rough. This transition from here to the rest, it feels a little bit disconnected. I'll try to make it feel more uniform because right now it's not looking too great in terms of transition. I think we'll put some more black and try to shape it up a bit better. Try to figure out how to pull that off. Yeah, that would be too much. We need an intermediate. Something that's intermediate. Maybe this will do. This is a bit rounded. Definitely has that feeling. And gunmetal at the base, and then black on the top, all over the back. Seems to be the way to go with this guy. How the heck am I gonna? Doesn't have any gold on him though. He's very neutral of a character. Character design is very neutral, and I have no idea what to do for the head. That's going to be interesting to do in terms of mask. I think wedge thinking is very painful. We might have to take this thing apart again, because I could put this piece in. That could go there. Oh, but oh, wait a minute. No, I can't though, because if this goes in, that's going to be pushing against that. Yeah, there's going to be clipping, and it's not going to be too solid. Gosh dang it. This is why we can't have nice things. I need to figure out how to cover this guy up a bit better, because the side profile doesn't look good. Front profile looks good. Top profile, it's all right. Oh, gosh. We need to figure out how to do this. Try to figure it out. Oh, there we go. Here's a nice chest piece. I think I'm going to switch it with that. Nah. It's going to ruin the shaping. Or would it, though? And we'll wait to find out. Grab this. Insert that there. Insert that there. And then put the Chima torso right in there. Then go ahead, insert that, because I have plans, and I think we can use the side connections for further details, as well as additional support for this thing, because I feel like it's going to need that support. Later down the line. Let's call it a hunch. Oh, now I find that one piece that I actually did not need the entire time. Nice! Don't you just love it when you actually find one piece that you actually did not need? I do. Very much so. It's actually very helpful. All right. So we've been going on for a little bit. Quite a bit. I think what would be next would be, I think I'm going to wrap this up soon, because we're getting close to the end here. So if you guys got any questions or advice, tips, and tricks, feel free to ask away, because we are getting close to the end of our journey. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask away. There we go. And that is fairly solid. I'm going to fix that side profile. I'm not liking that side profile at all. Like the tapering here, that works just fine. I feel like it's as good as it's ever going to be. But then when you go over here, it's rough. Boy, is it rough. All right, let me see if I can find a G2 head, put on this guy, and then a mask to boot, because he's going to need a mask. Golden mask would be kind of interesting for this guy. Oh, this actually would do. Oh, this would do actually pretty well. Okay, the Lava Beast mask. That one would actually work quite well for the design language here. There we go. And we got some orange brains. We do not. We just got blue and green. Okay, we'll do blue. We'll do blue. It's not fitting at all, but it will work. And I'm going to take this out and replace one of these pieces with a red one, because the gray is kind of bothering me. And I know the blue eyes is going to bother me tremendously, but not as much. Wait a minute, I just put it the other. Oh my gosh, I just put it. It needs to go upside down. There we go. It's upside down. Yippee. Then I get to make the cape. It should be fun, because it is basically a couple of angle elements that this thing will attach to, and I need to find the angle. So it's a bit of a interesting debacle. But I think we'll do a angle 5. Might be fitting for this, for the cape. Yeah. Angle 5 will work. Do a 5. Grab that. Grab that. And then we got number 3s. That's a 4. It's also 4. You know what? We'll use the 4s. Why not? I see no reason why not to use the 4s. And why am I using black axles? I can use red axles in here. No one's going to see them. And if I can hide away a red axle, I will. Believe me, I will. And you will never find it. Because I know where it is. All right, so that has to be before. That goes there. Then go ahead and add a black pin here just to hold it in place. Then second verse, same as the first. On the other side, use the tears to my advantage. Add another plank. All right, now you got a fancy hat. Then that goes there. Oh God, maybe fix that a bit before. Whoops. There we go. There we go. That actually works pretty well, all things considered. He got its cape, even if it may not be as traditional, but hey, it works fairly well, even though it's the same cape. It looks so good. Honestly, that fixes a lot of problems because the cape hides a lot of the detail. Just nice. I think the upper body might be too heavy. Yep, that might be the case. That might actually be the case. It might be too heavy. All right, we're raising this guy a little bit. The camera up. Gonna have to. He's getting bigger now. There we go. So you got the arm swing function working pretty good. And then you got the tail mechanism working very good. Better than I was expecting. And now all thing we have to worry about is the hands. I think we're going to go ahead and give him the infamous hands that the Storm Beast had. Yep, I'm going there. Oh, I'm absolutely going there. We're going to give him Storm Beast hands. Yep. I'm not sorry. I am not sorry. The engineering alone took a lot longer than I was hoping for, so that's why we're trying to reduce weight on the top side, because he is kind of heavy top side wise. And I could balance it out by making the torso a little bit stubbier. But I mean, I don't have to. I just had to find claws. Okay, I found 2 claws. Three. These are not the claws that I want. I feel like those claws are a little bit too big, but it would match the jaggedness that the OG had. The original design, that is. Before I decided to make a physical model of it. I got a lot of ratcheted fingers. I might go the ratcheted finger route. I feel like that would be fun and interesting. Yep. Ratcheted fingers it is. I have decided in ratcheted fingers. That's what's going to be the case. Ratcheted fingers. So you're lucky, guys. You're not going to see these creature feet being used as hands. I saved you your sanity. You're most welcome. You can thank me now. All right. Actually, maybe change this. There we go. Haha. Got that piece. Ooh, I got some spikes. Do I got more? Oh, please tell me I have more. Oh, I would be so happy if I had more. Oh, Trebichan, you have a orange or golden Vahi? Oh, I do have a gold Vahi. I don't have an orange one, though. But I also have this. And I also have this. And I also have this. And I also have this. Isn't that delicious? It is this fellow over here. Absolutely love it. Delightful, delicious, in every sense of the word. It definitely tickles my happy place. Yep, I knew it. Okay, I got a red there, red there. Boom. Oh, yeah, that's fine. There we go. That there, and that there, and that there. Wait a minute. Nope. Messed up on that. And then I just need one more claw. One more spike, if it were. And then I can start making some delicious goodness. Tarbeck says, wow, where do you get the golden cocoon? Well, I had the original set. So what happened was, back in middle school, I had someone that wasn't into Bionicle anymore, and this was 2006 when this happened. Back in 2006. So I was like, oh, well, and they gave me the. So I was in school at the time, and they brought their Bionicle collection, and they were like, hey, I'm not into Bionicle anymore. Do you want to have my Bionicle collection? I'm like, yeah, sure. And so he gave me a whole bag, a whole grocery bag of nothing but Bionicle pieces. And in them was the original Toamata and also a 2005 playset among a few other things. But that 2005 playset was the original one before they reissued it with the darker gold. Cocoon. He gave me the playset that had the pearl gold Cocoon. And I was like, oh my god. And at the time, I was like, ooh, shiny. But I didn't know, like, it was supposed to be bronze. So the entire time, I didn't know how valuable it was until I first met the Bionicle community on the internet. And then, because back then, like, I wasn't so fancy that I could have a my own computer yet, especially with internet. So it took a while before I actually had a computer that had internet. All right. I think we're gonna make some hands now. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on real quick. Hello, fellow compatriots. I have returned. All right, let's make it this hand real quick. Should be fun and interesting making a custom hand. There we go. And there we go. Well, ain't that nice? Or, hold on. Yeah, maybe something more around the lines of this. And then it can have... It's either that or that. Yeah, it's not really a good finger. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, definitely something that's rotational might be better. That's what I was afraid of. There we go. Then second verse, same as the first in terms of fingies. And okay, yeah. This way, rotate, blue pins. Boop, boop. And there we go. We got some fingers. And now we just need one red element. Wait a minute. Should it be better red or orange? Hold on. Oh, definitely orange. I got this all backwards. Yeah, you're supposed to have orange fingies, not red ones. There we go. 2 fingies and then 2 the spikes. Yep. We're rebuilding these hands again for the second time, and I'm going to roll them down a little bit so you guys see what I'm doing here. Because these hands need to have orange tips, not red. Okay, would this still work then? Just might. Nope. Trying to figure out a good hand design. It's a little bit tricky. And it definitely needs to be something that's sprawled out. So that's why I'm like, all right, but if I sprawled it out like this, how good would it be type of thing? All right. That goes there. That goes there. Actually, you know what? Having asymmetry going on might help. It might help. No guarantees that it will, though, but it might help. That's a interesting hand design. Probably not the best hand design, though. It's a little rough. Yeah, we'll stick with the red again. And it's going to have to be built similarly to Lava Beast again. But to be fair, Lava Beast is a really good set, so, I mean, it all checks out in the end. As I would hope. Actually, no. We are going to replicate another build here. Oh, wait a minute. We do have... Okay. We do have it. There we go. All right. It's not going to replicate him exactly because I don't want to replicate it one for one. But it's close enough. Yep. All right. So that goes there. That goes there. And then we got a 3 length. And there we go. We got a hand. We got a hand. And it's very bestial. And it works pretty well, all things considered, for what it's supposed to be. More importantly, it will be able to hold the staff that the character has. And we just had to mirror that build for the other side. See, it didn't took too much effort at all. Barely even noticed. I thought I had some black ratchet joints in here. There we go. Yeah, I do. Do I have 4 of them? That's the question. Well, I might actually have 4 of them. Please have 4. Please have 4. I just need 1. I got a black ratchet, but not the same kind. All right, let me see what looks better. Gonna go ahead and keep it black here, but then the tips are be gray, so it kind of like intermediates. And we're gonna see how that feels. And then a black one of that. Then red goes there. Black goes there. And then orange. Orange. That actually looks better. I like the black. The black actually gives it a bit more dimensionality. Yeah, we're keeping it. We are keeping it. Why? Because I said so. That's why. That's how a lot of things work when it comes to mocking. You know, you're just trying what works and what would need to be cleaned up on as you go along. It's a fun process, though. That I will admit. It is a fun process. Definitely one that needs more. All right. So clearly can't do that. All right. We're just going to have an axle that slides into the palm. I think that's going to have to be the handle. It's literally just a pin, and then you go from there. Hopefully that will be enough for a hand. And then we're going to have to remove. Oh, the arms actually, it has to be different arms now. Yep, the whole arm has to come off. This man now has no arms. That's kind of funny. There we go. Definitely a really interesting set, in my opinion. A set that's not really a set. And it's tempting because now he needs to look like as if the single bone is multiple limbs. Easier said than done. But I think we can make it work. Oh, yeah. My bad. There we go. Oh, yep. Okay. I know exactly how to do it. I know exactly how to do it. Got a whole pile of pieces here, which is kind of iconic. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's okay. There we go. We got the soul grinder, if it were actually built. And now we give him a staff. Because of course we do. Why wouldn't he have a staff? And I think I'm going to need to fix that. I don't know just how to do it. There we go. And there we go. That's a hand. Then we do the same on the other. Looks very dynamic doing this. Oh, that's not the one I want. This is the one I want. There we go. There we go. He likes imposing. There we go. The skull grinder, the soul grinder. There we go. Not skull, soul. And we got to make a staff, which is pretty straightforward. I think we'll just have it this long and then grab those two parts. That or the other. I feel like this is. It definitely needs to have that one. I feel like that one will be more fitting for a soul grinding thing. Oh, there we go. Nah. There we go. And whoop, whoop. I feel like due to how this guy is naturally leaning, it's not exactly the most ideal. Wait a minute, what just popped off? Oh. Okay. You know what? That would do it. That would actually do it. Yep, there we go. Source grinder with his staff, looking imposing as ever. Yeah, this works. This works. And of course, it's too heavy. Well, fellow compatriots, this has been your host, Tripchon here, but I believe that we are done here. So I will go ahead and see you all in the next video. I think outside of everything, regardless of everything, I think one of my favorite builds was definitely this little guy. Little tiny Nadiki, basically. Nadiki is such a treat, and I love him. He's too precious. I mean, how can you say no to such a little gremlin such as this? He's perfect, and he's green, but also perfect. And I love him for it. But anyways, yeah. So that's all that I built. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.